razzmatazz, the two sides about to emerge from the tunnel. The rain absolutely coming down here in buckets and spades at the John Smith Stadium. The two sides out side by side. Bradford will be in their away jerseys of black with the red, amber and black stripe across the front. And the sides then this afternoon. Bradford will have Alex Stevenson at fullback, weak three-quarter line, D. Foggy Johnson, Jake Webster, Ashley Gibson and Ryan Butterworth on debut. In the halves, it's Dane Chisholm and Jordan Lilly. The forwards then, John Magrin, Sam Hallis, Keelan Foster, Matt Garside, Matt Staunton, and at loose forward, George Milton. On the interchange bench, it is a complete under-19 academy. It's Thomas Doyle, Ethan O'Hanlon, Lachlan McGill, Jake Lightower, Kobe Green, Brad Gallagher, Sam Smith, Eben Skerr, Luke Littlewood and Elliot Cullen. And Michael Lawrence, last but least, emerges from the tunnel. He receives a hero's welcome from the Bulls and Giant supporters. This one is going to be spicy, I feel, John.
I'm sure it will be spicy, but hopefully we get a really hard game. It's good for pre-season, it's good for blowing the cobwebs off, and we're pretty much full on now. We've only got a couple of weeks before the big game against Huddersfield Rovers, so these type of games are vital for players to get time under the belt.
And John, Bradford Bulls, head of youth, what do Thomas Doyle, Ethan O'Hanlon, Lachlan McGill, Jake Lightower, Kobe Green and the rest of the under-19s academy players, what will they gain coming up against Darnell McIntosh, Jake Wardle, Jordan Turner, Jermaine McGilvery, Lee Gaskell, Adam O'Brien, Sue Matagi, Aaron Murphy, Michael Lawrence this afternoon?
Well, they get experience, and hopefully, playing at this level against, some world-class players will give them an appetite to want to play at the very top of our game.
The Huddersfield Giants line up then, Darnell McIntosh at fullback, the wing three-quarter line, in senior, Jacob Wardle, Jordan Turner and Jermaine McGilvery. The half-back pairing will be Lee Gaskell and Matt Frawley. The front row forwards, the big Kiwi and Samoan international, Sue Matagi, Adam O'Brien, Sebastian Ikafiko, Aaron Murphy, Alex Mellor and Michael Lawrence at loose forward. On the interchange bench then for Simon Wolford's Giants, Cruz Leeming, Matt English, Oliver Roberts, John Kirby, Oliver Russell, Isaac Farrell, Lewis Senior, Benjamin Tibbs, Jack Flynn, Ross Whitmore, Alfie Copley and Lucas Hallis. The referee from Leeds, it is James Child. So Bradford will have first use of the ball, and for those people that know the John Smith Stadium, they will play from left to right. So they will play towards the double tier stand, which is on our right. And this one, as we said, we reckon it's going to be spicy and fiery, and it will be Darnell McIntosh to get proceedings underway. And his kick is dealt with by John Magrin over on the far stand side, and here goes John Magrin on tackle number one, and Magrin's brought down 15 metres out from the Bradford line, 10 metres in from that far stand side. It's going to be D. Fogging Johnston out of dummy half, an early carry for the newly signed former Hunslet winger. He'll be looking to impress John Keir this afternoon. It's Hallison at dummy half, and that's good distribution early doors from Hallis. Bradford, third tackle gone. They're 30 metres out from their own try line as they're going to front up now with George Milton as Milton goes down the middle channel. Tackle 4 gone, 12 shy of the halfway line. They're going to look to find Keelan Foster. Foster with ball in hand. Foster's wrapped up on the last tackle. A mistake-free opening set here from the Bulls as it goes towards Lilly. Lilly 10 metres shy of the halfway line, puts the kick up, it's got the bounce, it's picked up by the Bulls on the last tackle, but Lee Gaskell has to come in and avert the danger, and I'm not quite sure who was the quickest to react. It was Matt Garside. Garside thought he was away under the post, but Gaskell just come in and brought him down, and wow, was that a bit of backspin from Lilly there, John, or is that a case of the wind making the ball bounce back?
No, mate, that's the wind, is that, the ball came back, it had to be a nice set, for us to start with that, and Matty Garside's chasing the ball, and bounces nice to him, but he needed to kick it more or less immediately as soon as it touched his hands.
James Child has just given Huddersfield their first penalty in the background for laying on in the tackle. So Huddersfield's first set of 6 will see them tap the ball 40 metres out. And immediately it will be Gaskell to Ikafiho. And Ikafiho's going to be brought down for a small gain of around 2 to 3 metres. Here's the testimonial man, Michael Lawrence. As we said, over 250 appearances for the Giants. Plays the ball 25 metres out from the Bradford line. And now on a rampaging run down that right edge, it's going to go towards Aaron Murphy. Quick play the ball once again. Out of dummy half from O'Brien. O'Brien to Frawley. Frawley finds the support of Lawrence. Lawrence isn't going to open the scoring, is he? He's brought down a last grasp tackle, a metre shy of the Bulls line. O'Brien back to Frawley again. He's been picked off. Here goes Dane Chisholm. He's applied the afterburners. Can Chisholm go the distance? He's got the Giants chasing him, but Dane Chisholm goes underneath the black dot. We've had 3 minutes on the clock. A sensational start for the Bradford Bulls. 4-0. Unbelievable!
It's a great try, great intercept from Chiz there. It looked like he was going in slow motion and the 2 chasers were getting close to him, but he's managed to make the line. But you can just see where Huddersfield Giants are going to come at us there with them big forwards, through the middle of the ruck. Some tight ruck plays, and they look a dangerous side, but a great intercept, great read.
Let me tell you, John, Dane Chisholm, he read that superbly. He had eyes like dinner plates. He saw that delayed pass from Matt Frawley, and he picked that, and he was away.
Yeah, he pinned his ears back, and credit to Chiz there. He's done there. He's probably done an 80 metre run there, and he's given us a nice start, a really positive start for the Bulls.
So Dane Chisholm, fresh after going 90 metres, and it was a valiant chase back from both Darnell McIntosh and Jermaine McGilvray, but Dane Chisholm, he had 10 metres head start, and certainly after all the pain that he has suffered with that ACL injury at the Summer Bash back in 2017, that will do him the world of good and his confidence ahead of what promises to be an exciting 2019 Betfred Championship season. So Chisholm, the clock has been stopped. An electric start from John Keir's side and the Bradford Bulls. That first opening set, cool, calm, composed. And after conceding that early penalty, Dane Chisholm, eyes like dinner plates, picks the ball and goes 90 from in front. 2 extra points for the Bradford Bulls. And on Bulls Live at Bulls TV this afternoon, Mick Gledell and John Bastian, your call team here at the John Smiths. It's Bradford Bulls 6, Huddersfield Giants 0.
I think certainly it's a day, Mick, where we've got to be smart with ball. It's windy, it's raining, it's cold out there, so we've got to be really tight, with our passes. Nice early catches, a little bit of support, from the players at the side of the ball carrier, and getting to kicks and good chases and playing in the right areas of the field will be really important today.
Darnell McIntosh gets us back underway. Once again, it's going to be defogging Johnson to John Magrin, and the Jamaican international is brought down in a free man tackle from the Giants. James Child screaming held out there in the middle. No penalty forthcoming for the Bulls, and just looking up towards the clouds, grey, ominous looking. The rain really coming down here, so the ball, albeit a new Steeden, we've left the Rhino brand behind. It's going to be difficult for both sets of players this afternoon. Jake Webster's brought down on the third tackle, and once again Bradford giving the ball towards Foster and Staunton. They're on their own 30 metre line. Hallis is going to go to Chisholm. Chisholm's going to kick downtown. It's going to bounce over the head of Insigne. Senior will take it 5 metres out from his own line, and let's see how good the chase is from the Bradford Bulls. And oh boy, Ashley Gibson put his body on the line there. Good early kick before the last, John, and that's caught Huddersfield a little bit cold there at the back.
Yeah, it's a good set from us, like we've just been talking about. Just nice early catches, some clean hard running, a really good kick by Chiz, and a good chase. Playing it right area at pitch.
Aaron Murphy's brought down on the third tackle for the Giants, 10 metres shy of the halfway line. It will go to O'Brien. O'Brien to Ikafiho. Ikafiho brought down in a 3-man tackle, led there by Foster and Magrin. Magrin retreats back towards the 10, and Huddersfield now on the last tackle, still inside their own half. They're going to kick downtown towards Stevenson. Stevenson takes it on his own 10, and he'll meet the white and gold shirt and shorty Giants just outside his own 20-metre line. Here goes Ryan Butterworth on debut for the Bulls. Older brother Reese not playing this afternoon. He's got an injury. He's not on the bench, John.
He's out there. Well, unless they've not named him, he certainly were in the practice.
Well, we'll see if Reese Butterworth comes on, but certainly Ryan Butterworth, he outstanding in the 2018 Under-19s Academy season as John Magrin finds Lily to Milton. Milton's up to halfway for the Bradford Bulls and make that 48 metres out from the Giants line. So they've entered enemy territory here on the last tackle. Hallis looks for Lily. The two former Stanley amateurs. The Bulls are going to run it on the last. It goes to Gibson. Gibson kicks ahead into space. Stevenson on the inside. And McIntosh had to position himself there, but he's going to be wrapped up by Foster just outside his own 10-metre line. And John, I've got to say, great game management from Hallis and Lily.
Yeah, I think his kicking game is really positive, at the start here. We've put some really good kicks away there. Ashley Gibson getting a pass from Jordan Lilly and putting a lovely kick, down the right-hand side. And again, chase and making it hard for Huddersfield Giants, to get good field position.
If you're just joining us, it's Bulls TV, Bulls Live. We've had 8.5 minutes here at the John Smith Stadium. Bradford leading 6-0 after an intercept try from Dane Chisholm. Took it on his own 10-metre line. He went beat after burners on, and he went 90 metres underneath the Huddersfield post. Huddersfield 10 metres inside the Bradford half on the last tackle. The kick will come from Matt Frawley. Frawley straight down the throat and chest of Stevenson, who positioned his body superbly and takes a difficult take under pressure, and he'll be brought down 18 metres out from his own try line on tackle number 1 as Bradford. This is where they've got to do the tough yards forward now after the Giants have turned them around, and it's going to be a quick play of the ball from Butterworth. It's going to go towards Gibson. This will be the third tackle gone. Gibson's going to be brought down just to the right of centre field, 30 metres out from his own line as Bradford slowly but surely advancing towards the halfway line. That's the fourth tackle gone as Keelan Foster has a big body slam and a bit of body check there. And we're going to see John Magrin now on the last tackle. Bradford once again up to halfway. Once again, Hallis to Lily. Lily takes aim. It's going to be a difficult one for Senior on this main stand side. Senior takes it, and Senior almost juggled and coughed the ball there before he's wrapped up by Hallis and Magrin.
I think we'll see a lot of that today. With the conditions, we'll see a lot of high kicks, going up in the air, testing wingers, testing the fullback. Certainly the Bulls kickers have put some lovely testing kicks up for the Giants outside backs and fullback, and we'll see more errors today for sure.
Wardle will play the ball inside the Bulls half. Huddersfield, lateral movement. Daniel McIntosh is away. McIntosh's pass has been palmed back by Chisholm. Stevenson tries to save it in the in-goal area, and Bradford concede the goal line dropout, and I think John Kay will be pleased. Chisholm averting the danger. Safety first in those situations. McIntosh looking for McGilvery out wide.
Yeah, they made some space on that right edge, then did Huddersfield Giants, and we were a little bit light on numbers. We needed to push harder from into the inside, and we were a bit fortunate there. Chisholm just getting there in time.
So Bulls Live, Bulls TV, 10 minutes gone on the clock. Dane Chisholm, the try scorer for the Bradford Bulls, who lead 6-0 here at the John Smith Stadium. Lily's goal line dropout up and over halfway, taken by McGilvery on that right-hand edge in front of the main stand, and he will meet Milton head on in a massive collision. 35 out from the Bradford line. It's O'Brien in at dummy half. He's going to give it to Lawrence. Lawrence to Matagi, the Kiwi back to Lawrence. Lawrence inside the 20. Pass to Murphy. Murphy wrapped up on the second, and Bradford now scrambling back. Huddersfield 18 out from their opponent's try line as Gaskell's wayward pass. It's been kicked forward. Stevenson to save the try. Stevenson can't save the try. The Giants are over. Fortuitous look there from the Giants. It was a real mess as the ball was heading towards Webster and defogging Johnston. Webster and Johnson couldn't get there, and it was kicked forward by the Huddersfield centre, Jordan Turner, and I think it's Turner who's touchdown.
Yes, he has. It's a messy try, to be fair. That, from us, the ball goes down, from Huddersfield, they kick forward. Like to have thought we could have dealt with that a little bit better there.
Jordan Turner gets the try, and it'll be Jordan Turner who will attempt the conversion. As we said, Danny Brough no longer at the Giants. He's currently playing at home in a pre-season friendly against Hull FC. And as we said, John, can't really argue it wasn't scored against the run of play, but it was very unfortunate that Stevenson, who almost slid in to kick the ball out of the in-goal area, just couldn't get there in time.
Yeah, I think he needs to on that one. It might sound a little bit harsh, but I thought Steve-O then could have probably got that away and reacted a little bit quicker and kicked it dead. The Huddersfield player did, and he got the try.
Jordan Turner then, 15 metres to the right-hand side of the post, converts. We're locked up, 6 points apiece. 13 minutes gone, Bulls Live, Bulls TV. Chisholm, the early try scorer for the Bulls. That has been cancelled out by Jordan Turner, and Bradford on the halfway line, ready to get the restart back underway. John, what do you make of the opening 13 minutes?
Oh, you can. I think we've been really good. For the majority of it, we can be really pleased. How we've completed the sets, getting his kicks away. But you can see that they're very strong, in the forwards, and you can see how they're going to try and play, through the middle and try and get little offloads away, and they put you under pressure. We've just got to stay focused and make sure that we keep working hard as a group.
Ikaviho on tackle 1, Mellor on tackle 2, Huddersfield on the restart outside their own 20-metre line as it goes from O'Brien to Turner. Turner, the try scorer for the Giants on the previous set. Quick play the ball as it goes to Matagi. Sue Matagi there looking to offload the ball, but Keelan Foster and John Magrin do well and wrap him up, and Lee Gaskell's going to kick early in the count. He's looking for the 40-20, but Stevenson's on hand to take the ball on his own 10-metre line, and Stevenson, well, he's going to be certainly put under a lot of pressure this afternoon by both Gaskell and Frawley, and he does well on that occasion as Michael Lawrence and Gaskell coming. Johnson out of dummy half up to the Bradford 20-metre line, 6 points apiece. Nearly 15 minutes gone on the clock. A promising start for both sides as they battle the conditions and the temperature. It's going to go from Hallis out of dummy half on the left-hand edge. Matt Garside has come up with an error, and that's Bradford's first real error in open play. 15 gone on the clock. It'll be a scrum to the Giants, 30 metres out from the Bradford line.
Yeah, we were doing okay there. Just a lack of concentration there, from Matt Garside that's given them some good field position again.
And as we said, John, you look at this Bradford side this afternoon, 22 years, 4 months, very youthful. And just how difficult has it been for the club splitting the core squad of 38 in half for these 2 games?
It's tough, but it's also, you will get lots out of it as well. The coming weeks, we'll be playing, pretty much, 1 game a week with our first grade, and it's all building towards the Featherstone game. And players, they can train, week in, week out, but ultimately they want to be playing, and that's where they'll learn most, Mick.
Lee Gaskell's brought down inside the Bradford 10. O'Brien out of dummy half, along the line to Frawley. Frawley drops the shoulder, can't get past Hallis. And Jordan Lilly comes in just to help Hallis hold Matt Frawley up, and he's going to go back to the 10. So Bradford scrambling defence, efficient early doors here. 16 gone, 6-6. O'Brien out of dummy half, tries the show and go, and that is the last tackle for the Giants. Bradford aware once again. It is Sam Hallis in defence, a mountain. Gaskell's kick past Stevenson, and it's another Huddersfield Giants try if this one's given. And Lee Gaskell, that was perfectly weighted into the Bradford Bulls in goal area, and I think the try scorer is Sue Matagi. We'll wait for confirmation on the PA, but it appeared that the Huddersfield Giant man just beat Stevenson to the ball, John.
Yeah, we've defended really well there, right through until the kick. And that's the second try that they've claimed, for kicks, and they're just getting there before us. We've got to be a little bit sharper in them situations.
It's Sebastian Ikaviho who's got the try score and not Matagi. I do apologise. The numbers not correlating with the team sheet that we've been given, but Jordan Turner will attempt the conversion attempt in front. And John, we can be harsh on Stevenson's positional play, but he's going to learn so much from this test against these Super League players this afternoon.
For sure, that's the important factor. Is we've got to keep learning, we've got to keep improving, and these games, they allow, young players and senior players, to make sure that they get some more development into the game and understand what they need to do, to get to the highest level. It's interesting there, you make one mistake against a quality side, and give them easy field position, and you're in trouble. They're dangerous.
Jordan Turner 2 from 2 attempts, 100% with the boot. Huddersfield Giants 12, the Bradford Bulls 6. Turner and Ikehefo, the try scorers for the Giants, Chisholm for the Bulls, and we are 23 minutes away from half time, so we're reaching the midway point of this first half. And don't forget, Bradford defeating Dewsbury yesterday evening at Odsal Stadium by 20 points to 18. A late Rowan Milnes penalty goal. That will see Bradford in the Yorkshire Cup final next Sunday. The venue for that will be announced later on this evening after the conclusion of York against Bartley. But the good news is Callum Busting, no leg break, and he potentially will only be out weeks and not months. So on the restart, Huddersfield once again controlling it through the middle with Gaskell and Frawley. A bit of a wayward pass towards Senior. Senior is brought down by Butterworth, and Butterworth put him under pressure there, and Huddersfield now have come up with an error. That's their second in open play, and that will see Bradford have a scrum 30 metres out from the Huddersfield line, and a good chance here, John.
It's this is first time we've actually been in good ball position. This is the first chance we've had, to try and build some pressure, in the last 20 metres of the field. Good work from Jordan Lilly there. I love his talk, his enthusiasm out there. You can see his body language is strong, and well done Ryan Butterworth there, to force that error.
It's going to go from Lilly to Chisholm to Garside to Stevenson. Stevenson brought down by Turner, 28 metres away from the Huddersfield line, just to the left of centre as Hallis goes down the middle with Keelan Foster. Foster wrapped up in a three-man tackle, looking for a quick play of the ball. Hallis looking at the landscape, finds Chisholm. Chisholm, short cut out pass to Milton. Milton offloads in the tackle, and it's going to go back towards Staunton, and Matty Staunton's going to be brought down 5 metres, make that 4 metres away from the Huddersfield try line. Third tackle gone, 2 remaining. Hallis wins the penalty because Huddersfield not square, and that's Bradford's first penalty of the afternoon. Just 2 penalties awarded by referee James Child in the opening 19 minutes. So a fresh set of 6 inside the Giants 10 for John Keir's side as they potentially look to even the scoreboard up. The trailing 12-6. It'll be Magrin on tackle number 1. Quick play of the ball. Hallis to Lilly. Lilly in the pocket. Finds Chisholm. Chisholm's just touched arm to ball and knocked it on. And an afterthought there, Chisholm was actually going to put a little grubber in for Fogging Johnston and Webster, and there was nobody at home. So a chance gone begging. Scrum to the Giants, 10 metres out from their own line. Exactly 20 minutes gone here. It's Huddersfield 12, Bradford 6.
Yeah, shame that. Missed opportunity, and Jordan Lilly's pass not the best. But we had some nice structure there, and we might have tested Huddersfield Giants there on their right edge.
So Huddersfield Giants, they will feed the scrum 90 metres away from their opponent's line as Jermaine McGilvery's brought down on tackle number 1 for a small gain. Once again, the speed of the play the ball from Huddersfield catching Bradford cold as a high tackle comes in from Matt Garside on that left-hand edge. He's gone high on Turner, and that will see Huddersfield awarded. Was it Dane Chisholm?
Yeah, Dane Chisholm, mate.
Apologies to Matt Garside if you're re-watching this on Pulse TV. So Chisholm going high, 2-1 the penalty count. Turner, Gaskell, Matagi's brought down 5 metres inside the Bradford half. O'Brien to Lawrence. Lawrence brought down by Magrin and Foster. O'Brien once again, the speed of the play of the ball sees Ikefeho crash onto a short ball. He's sucked in Garside and Hallis, keeps the ball alive, and it's going to go to Murphy on this left-hand edge. Murphy's brought down 18 away from the Bradford line. Third tackle gone here for the Giants. It's a quick play of the ball. Once again, it goes to Frawley to Gaskell. Gaskell, the pass nearly picked off from Chisholm and Webster. In at the corner though, Jermaine McGilvery will go. He will ghost past Johnson, Webster and Stevenson, and it's a third try of the afternoon for the Huddersfield Giants. Small percentages, John. That was nearly picked off again, but for this time it works for the Giants.
Well, we had a play, I think it was Webster that flew in there. he's missed it. The ball's gone out the back to the right man, and it's just created an easy 2v1 on the edge, and it's got a good try, but you can see where the dangers are. You know, through the middle of the ruck, they're making some big meters at the moment, and they're getting some offloads away as well, which is giving them an advantage, Mick.
So Jermaine McGilvray over for the third try of the afternoon, and Simon Wolford's Giants just perhaps starting to find a bit of form after that cold start where Jane Chisholm picked off the pass, and Jermaine McGilvray certainly knows his way to the line. 20 appearances last season, 11 tries, 44 points for the Huddersfield Giants. And John, what's impressing you about the Huddersfield Giants so far?
Oh, they've got some real experienced Super League players out there and NRL players. You know, they're going to be a formed team, I think, in Super League, and they'll certainly be challenging. You'll be close to top four, you know, without a doubt. They're a quality team. The coach, certainly, he's a smart coach. He's got some intensity about him. He made a big difference, I thought, last year, in Super League when he came in. And I think they'll be a team to be reckoned with. They've got a good youth structure under Andy Kelly, so they're constantly getting players coming through, and you can see a bright future for Huddersfield Giants.
The conversion from Jordan Turner just shaved the right hand upright and went away. So Bulls Live, Bulls TV, Huddersfield Giants 16, Bradford Bulls 6, and in the last 12 minutes, the Giants have posted 16 points. We've got 28 minutes gone, 12 to half time, and at 16-6 the Giants on the restart have come up with an error because Sue Matage has offloaded the ball in the tackle with Magrin and Foster in attention, and O'Brien was getting ready to play the ball, and it's hit O'Brien on the chest and it's gone forward, so another chance for the Bulls.
It's good for us. I mean, Adam O'Brien there, he's just knocked off a little bit. It's a decent offload again, and they're obviously trying to promote, the offload game, the Giants today. But this is a great opportunity for us again to build some pressure and hopefully to get some points on the board.
Lilly from the scrum towards Gibson. Gibson's brought down 19 metres out from the Huddersfield line, 10 metres in from this near stand side. Hallis will give the ball to Staunton, and Staunton will make 10 metres forward, and Bradford are 10 metres out just to the right hand side of the post here, looking for their second try this afternoon as it goes towards Foster. Foster's brought down 5 metres out on the third tackle, centre of the field underneath the post. Hallis to Lilly, Lilly to Chisholm. Chisholm's going to be brought down 5 metres out, but 15 metres to the left of the post. A little bit of lateral movement there from the Bulls who were looking for options, but it just wasn't coming off. Hallis will go with a dummy. He'll take on Matage. Matage wraps him up, and that's the last tackle. Hallis inches away from a second try there from the Bulls. Huddersfield's defence, though, was alert and ready. Chisholm's kick into the in-goal area has ricocheted off a Giants player, and Huddersfield have the ball 5 metres out from their own try line, and it's going to be Darnell McIntosh on tackle 2, who's brought down there by Magrin. Magrin and Lilly, the two Bradford defenders in that tackle. Here goes Michael Lawrence on his testimonial, making 20 metres forward. Third tackle gone, Huddersfield up to their own 30. It's now going to go out of dummy half from O'Brien to Senior, and Senior's wrapped up on the fourth. Huddersfield 5 metres shy of the halfway line as it goes to Ikafiho. Ikafiho's pass picked up by Murphy with a one-arm catch, and that's the last tackle. So a solid defensive set of 6 here from the Bradford Bulls, and Lee Gaskell will be forced to kick from inside his own half, and he's going to put Defogging Johnson under pressure. Johnson's knocked the ball forward, and referee James Child's going to say knock on. This should be scrum head and feet to Huddersfield, which it will be, and a bit of an unfortunate error there from Johnson. And what's good, John, looking at the body language of the Bulls players, is Jake Webster. He's out there showing a lot of leadership. He's saying somebody call for the ball.
Yeah, we've just got to listen. It's going to be difficult on days like this, and that's a really good kick from Gaskell. He's put some height on that, and he's given his chasers time, to put Fogging Johnson under some enormous pressure there on a difficult day, to catch a ball, without chasers coming at you. And he's come up with an error, and it's given them some good field position. But this is where we've got to really dig in, and we've got to work hard defensively.
Wardle on tackle 1 from the scrum. Brought down 5 to the left-hand side of the post. It's O'Brien to Lawrence. Lawrence can't get past Hallis and Foster, and he's brought down 2 metres out. Huddersfield in good field position here. Once again, they're going to shift it on the right, and they're going to cross with Alex Mellor. Mellor touches down 15 metres to the right-hand side of the post. It's a 4th try, and the former Bradford favourite against his former club. Huddersfield hit 20 here at the John Smith Stadium in Michael Lawrence's testimonial game. 10 minutes out from half-time.
Yeah, we've got to be more clinical, with some of our defence, some of our tackling there, our one-on-one. We've got to be a little bit disappointed with that. I thought that was too easy for Huddersfield.
And once again, John, it goes back to Huddersfield capitalising on those Bradford errors.
Yeah, listen, on days like this, against a quality team like this, if you make errors and you give them, cheap field position, you're under the pump a fair bit, and they've taken advantage of that there. But we can defend better than that.
Jordan Turner will attempt the conversion attempt, 10 metres in from the far stand side, 15 to the right of the post, around about 25 metres is the angle. And if we're going to say there's a kick predictor, we'll say it's about 65%, because he's got to contend with the wind and the rain. But he's going to have a good go at it. Jordan Turner, that one looks to go across the face of the post, and it does. So, 20 points to 6. It remains Bulls Live, Bulls TV. John, let's not kid ourselves. Super League opposition this afternoon. Everyone's going to learn a heck of a lot about the standard that this club, the Bradford Bulls, aspires to play it on a regular basis.
Yeah, it's an attitude thing, though. We don't just want to cave in and fall in. Whether they're a Super League team or not. We want to have a right dig. From first minute to 80th minute. And it's important. That we keep going and we keep working hard as a team.
Huddersfield Giants, 2 tackles gone, and they're trapped inside their own 10 for now, as if Ikafiho will take on Gibson Staunton. And just fresh off the bench there is Eben Skur. He played 6 minutes yesterday evening in that 2018 win over the Dewsbury Rams. And John Keir naming a youthful under-19s academy bench this afternoon, and he'll be looking to give them all a run out. That's what he said in the post-match press conference yesterday. O'Brien now to Gaskell. Gaskell along the line to McIntosh. McIntosh is going to be brought down by Matt Garside on the last tackle, 4 metres inside the Bradford Bulls half. It's going to be Mellor in at dummy half to Gaskell. Gaskell on that right-hand edge, looking to chase up the kick himself. Alex Stevenson's dropped it, and here come the Huddersfield Giants. They go around and underneath the sticks, and it's Lee Gaskell, and already there's more points in this game this afternoon than Huddersfield Town have all season. It's 24 points to 6.
Yeah, at the minute they're bombarding our left-hand side. They're obviously fancying some of the space out there, and some of the defence that hasn't been fantastic. The kick there, Stevenson again. Gaskell's put a really high one up. He's got chasers on it, and Stevenson again's come up with an error.
So Lee Gaskell against his former club. He goes around and underneath the sticks, and it was Lee Gaskell's kick causing pandemonium for Bradford's left edge of Jake Webster, D. Fogging Johnston and Alex Stevenson. And Adam O'Brien just leaves the field along with Sue Matagi as Huddersfield ring the changes. So, Jordan Turner, 22 metres out. He's took the ball an incredible distance back, but he's... Sorry, McIntosh, apologies. McIntosh has taken over from Turner. McIntosh with the right boot. And that one's gone wide. That's your Don Fox moment right there, ladies and gentlemen. Bulls TV, Bulls Live, 8 minutes to half-time, and it's 24 points to 6. Those kicks go over, 30 points to 6. So a bit of damage limitation for the Bulls, but it's important, John, that they show that attitude, that composure, and the heads don't go down.
Yeah, so important is that, at any level that you're playing at, that you make sure, that you give everything, you keep your shape as a team, you make sure you stay positive as a team. We know we're playing against a quality outfit. There's no reason why we can't get back into this game.
Lee Gaskell takes the restart from Jordan Lilly in his own in-goal area, and he'll carry the ball out. And Bradford, as we say, they led 6-0 after 3 minutes here at the John Smith Stadium. Since then, they've conceded 24 unanswered points in what has been, or what is turning into, a difficult afternoon at the office. But John Keir certainly will be looking to see his side gain some valuable experience, as Matty English has just come on the field, and Matty English has turned in a 2-man tackle, and that's the 4th tackle. Eben Skur, Sam Hallas penalised by referee James Child for laying on in the tackle. Only the 4th penalty of this afternoon, and this will see Gaskell drill the ball into this near stand side, and the Giants, they're going to have a full set of 6 inside the Bradford half, JB.
Yeah, again, just giving away a cheap penalty there, and it's giving them, easy field position. There's some big men, in the pack, and they're running strong, and you can see they're feeling quite confident at the minute of the Giants.
So replacing Adam O'Brien, Cruz Leeming, and here there goes. Matt Frawley is away inside the 20. The try's not going to count for the Giants. Matt Frawley has to come back because it's a penalty to the Bulls for the obstruction that happened 20 metres out.
Yeah, I totally agree with the penalty. But we've got to get up a little bit and have more control around that ruck area.
Jordan Lilly, a booming kick. He's just found touch. No, he's not found touch, so he went for distance over accuracy, and here goes Lee Gaskell down that far stand side. Fogging Johnston with a try-saving tackle, bringing Gaskell down 25 metres out from their own line as it goes now to Frawley. Frawley to Kirby. Kirby's going to be brought down in a 3-man tackle, 20 out, centre field. Once again, the Giants, you suspect they're looking to really take the game to the Bulls as it goes from Frawley to Murphy. Murphy takes the delayed pass, and it's going to be Skur and Lilly who hold him down 5 metres out, and now the penalty count going against the Bulls 4-2. James Child saying there was a laying on in the tackle as the Huddersfield man, Aaron Murphy, was trying to tap the ball, get to his feet and play the ball. It's going to go to Sebastian Ikafiho. He's brought down 5 metres out now. Literally on top of that Bradford line as it now goes to Frawley. Frawley to Kirby. Kirby tries to reach out and score, and he's brought down with a last gasp tackle. Stevenson on top. It now goes towards Gaskell. Gaskell will waltz his way past Stevenson and Garside, and not for the first time in this first half. Bradford have been found wanting over on that left-hand edge. It is a 6th try to the Giants.
Yeah, they're giving our left edge a real going over, aren't they? They can see stuff in there, and some soft defence again there. Chizzy's come out, and he's got to make that tackle. That's a poor effort, and they're just cruised over the line easy there as Gaskell.
Lee Gaskell, 2nd try this afternoon, and it is 28 points to 6. And it will be Lee Gaskell who will take over the goal kicking after failed attempts from Turner and McIntosh. Let's put you on the spot, John. Let's talk about what you tell the young players about being disciplined in defence, because Dane Chisholm wasn't disciplined there. He raced out and the gap was open.
Yeah, we've done that too many times, and if you come out quick, you've got to make that tackle. We've not done that, especially on that left edge. Today, we've been a little bit sloppy around that area, and we've given them some easy tries. But so they're a good side. They're a good side, Huddersfield Giants. And you can see that they look fit, they look sharp. They've got some real quality players out there. But I still think there's more in us.
Bulls Live, Bulls TV, Huddersfield Giants 30, Bradford Bulls 6. Lee Gaskell successful with his conversion attempt, and with his 2 tries this afternoon, Lee Gaskell against his former club now has 10 points of Huddersfield's 30, and back we go to the halfway line with Jordan Lilly on the restart, and Kirby fancies his chances. So 4 minutes, Matty English fancies his chances. 4 minutes to go to half time. John, the Bulls will just be looking to show a bit of pride, don't want to concede anymore.
No, we don't. We need to have a big defensive set, get the ball back, and start to play.
The Giants then, up to their own 40-metre line, looking for options. Eben Skur bounced off. out there on the field making debut. So Tom Doyle out there now as well. Sam Hallis taking a well-earned rest as once again the kick goes down that left-hand edge, and Stevenson just slips, but he averts the danger. He'll take the tackle 5 metres out from his own try line, but Huddersfield have the Bulls penned here. They're appealing for a penalty, the Bradford players. They'll get the penalty from James Child. Ironic cheers from the Bulls faithful. Matty English guilty of not being square inside the 10.
I think that's a little bit of a reprieve, that, and we needed that, to be fair. And thank goodness the kick's gone into the crowd. Good field position for us here.
Webster will tap it on the halfway line. He'll go in centre field towards Garside. Matt Garside, the former London Sheffield Eagles man, brought down in a two-man tackle 12 metres inside the Giants' half, just to the left of centre once again, as it's going to go from Doyle to Magrin, and Magrin once again catching Matty English offside. So Matty English just come on the field of play, and it's back-to-back penalties. And James Child, he's had enough, he's going to stop the clock, and he wants to speak to Matty English. Something's been said, and he's just going to explain to Matty English, you've got to keep your discipline. Thomas Doyle has ball in hand, 25 metres out from the Huddersfield line, and we've got 2 minutes remaining at the end of this first half, where Bradford have conceded 6 tries in succession and 30 unanswered points. Are they about to break that Huddersfield run of scoring with getting a second try this afternoon? That'll give them some confidence going into the second half. Here goes Dane Chisholm across the face of the post to Lilly to Staunton. Staunton's going to be brought down in a three-man tackle as Aaron Murphy comes in at the side. Loud cry of held from James Child. Bradford inside the 10 as it goes to Doyle, to Milton, to Lilly, to Skur. Eben Skur runs a diagonal angle and he's going to be brought down a metre away from the Huddersfield Giants try line. Doyle to Chisholm. Chisholm kick towards Foggy Johnson. Foggy Johnson's got the try, and Bradford are back in this game. It's 30 points to 10, and the kick through from Chisholm works.
That's a good play, that. Well done, Chase. Nice kick. Some nice build-up work leading to that try. No panicking. Nice kicking behind the line, and well done, Foggy Johnson, to get in that. We needed that, Mick.
Big pick-me-up, John, going into half-time, having just scored, and the gap potentially down to 20 or 18.
Yeah, we obviously don't want them, we don't want an avalanche of scores, from them, but we certainly don't want them scoring, every few minutes, like they have been, over the last 20. Now that we're on the scoreboard, hopefully we can build a little bit of pressure, before half-time and come out refueled, and have another real dig against these.
Dane Chisholm will attempt the conversion attempt from the far stand touchline here at the John Smith Stadium. A little over 60 seconds remaining. Bradford will have one final set of 6-1 fields, and Dane Chisholm, this arguably the toughest kick either Turner, McIntosh or Gaskell has had all afternoon. It's right on that far stand touchline, 25 metres away, 50 metres in real terms with the accuracy and the angle, and Chisholm from the touchline adds a superb touchline conversion. 56 seconds remaining in this first half of Bulls Live at Bulls TV, and Huddersfield Giants lead of 20 is cut to 18. It's 30 points to 12.
Positive, Mick, a real positive, outcome there, from that good ball set that we've had, and hopefully now, we can just come. It's nearly half time, probably a minute off half time. Just a clean set to a kick with a good chase, and get in the sheds, let John have a chat with them, and come out a little bit more refreshed.
So we'll just call the final set of 6 of this first half. Certainly it's going to finish on a high for the Bulls if they can play out this final set, which Foggy Johnson, the try scorer there, his first try in Bradford colours in the red, amber and black, and Bradford now just advancing the ball slowly past their own 20-metre line. Doyle once again in at dummy half, gives it to Webster. Webster fronts up and meets a head-on collision with 3 Giants defenders, one of those Alex Mellor. Here goes Garside on that left-hand edge. 20 seconds remaining. Bradford on tackle number 4, and they're really taking the game to the Giants as Tom Doyle Gaskell carries Bradford just shy of the halfway line. This will be the fifth and last. 10 seconds remaining. Chisholm goes high. It's a spiral. It's a difficult one for McIntosh and Senior. They're going to let it bounce over the dead ball line. The hooter will beat the restart. And half-time here at the John Smith Stadium on Bulls Live, Bulls TV. It is the Huddersfield Giants 30, Bradford Bulls 12.
Thought we started well, Mick. I thought we started well in that game, and probably 15 minutes in, and there's nothing, between, both teams. And then they started to get some momentum. They certainly played at our level.
Chisholm and the Bulls to get second half proceedings underway, and Bradford with a bit of a mountain to climb in the second half. They trail by 30 points to 12, but they can take great heart and great character from D. Foggin Johnson's try a minute before the half-time hooter, as Bradford certainly kept going, not waving the white flag, as Manny English on tackle number 3 will be brought down on the Huddersfield 40-metre line, and we've had 30 seconds gone in the second half here at the John Smith Stadium for Michael Lawrence's testimonial. And the Giants already making inroads with Jordan Turner. Turner out wide to Senior. Senior back on the inside to Gaskell. Gaskell's got a hat-trick, and Gaskell will dive over the line, and that is not the start that the Bulls wanted. 48 seconds on from the restart, and Lee Gaskell, good, quick, fast hands from the Giants. 34 points to 12.
That's a poor start, Mick. And again they've gone straight back, at our left edge, and the slice throws quite comfortably there, and pretty disappointing that one, to be fair. We needed a positive start. We wanted to defend that set and then get hold of the ball and start building zone pressure, but we've just given them probably some easy points there.
Message from John Kay now is just ignore it. You've got to ignore it. You can't feel sorry for yourself.
Yeah, I think you've got to forget about the scoreline, and it's blowing out a little bit at the moment, and you've got to look at, completing, and you've got to be really competitive in games like this. Nothing worse, than a team building a big score up against you. And I'm sure that won't happen. These guys are going to get back down there with a spring in the step, but we've got to be stronger on that left edge defensively.
Lee Gaskell successful with the conversion attempt. Bulls Live, Bulls TV, Huddersfield Giants 36, Bradford Bulls 12 here at the John Smith Stadium, and it will be Jordan Lilly now with the restart, and that'll look to put Alex Mellor under a bit of pressure, and pressure is applied from Webster and Magrin. That's tackle number 1 on the restart. What do you reckon John Keir said at half-time then, John?
I think he'll have talked about, the positive start, that we had, and that when we were completing and getting his kicks away smartly, we were okay. But when we started, giving them easy field position and coming up with a fair few errors, they're a powerful team, and you don't want to be defending against a side like that, in your own end, for too long, because they've got threats all over the field.
Huddersfield on the 5th and last tackle on the halfway line. It goes to Gaskell. Gaskell towards Foggin Johnson, and Gaskell along with Senior will chase up to Lee Gaskell towards Johnson, and Johnson's lost the ball in the tackle. The referee looks towards the touch judge on this main stand side, and he will say the ball has been stolen. 2-on-1. So Bradford leading the penalty count 5-4 now. They've had the last 4 penalties from referee James Child, and that will see Matt Garside take tackle number 1, 13 metres short of the halfway line, as the 2 academy products, Doyle and Skur, interlink in centre field, and Skur's going to be brought down on tackle number 2 as Milton tries to evade the Huddersfield defence, and that will be tackle number 3 coming up for the Bulls. Still inside their own half as Lilly looks for options. Goes towards Staunton. Staunton's brought down a metre inside the Huddersfield half. Pushed back over the halfway line. And that's the 4th tackle gone here for John Keir's side and the Bulls. And Jordan Lilly is going to kick early in the count. He's going to put Senior under pressure. Senior has come up with the error, and the Huddersfield man, Lee Gaskell, is in front of where Senior knocked the ball on, and that's another penalty to the Bradford Bulls. So good field position again, John.
Yeah, it's important that we build some good pressure here, that we keep hold of the ball and we test Huddersfield a fair bit here. Good start there, good carry, good hard carry, and then get to a kick and try and get a repeat set, put them under a bit of pressure, and make them use a bit more energy in defence, mate.
Magrin on tackle 1. Webster on the 2nd tackle. Bradford 10 metres out from that Huddersfield line as a bit of a wayward pass from Doyle is picked up by Milton, the former Hulkington Rovers man, wrapped up in a 2-man tackle. And Bradford are underneath the post, 10 metres out, centre field, as it goes to Magrin again. Magrin sucks in that defence, finds Lilly. Lilly drops the shoulder. He's brought down 4 metres away. And here come the Bulls with Doyle. Doyle tries to pinch one out of dummy half. James Child has a look, and he'll raise the right arm aloft. He says that's the 5th and last tackle. So back to the 10 we go. Crossfield kick from Lilly looking for Johnson, taken by Senior, and Senior 6'4", he's racing up to the 20, which he'll tap it, and here come the Giants again. It's unrelenting stuff from both sides. We've had 5 minutes gone and it remains 36-12.
Yeah, I think we just probably need to let the game start to flow a bit here, Mick. But that were a nice bit of pressure from us. A bit unfortunate that we couldn't get more pressure on the catcher, from the kick. So it's never easy when you get a 20-metre restart. It gets them on the front foot straight away. I'm doing okay.
Huddersfield over halfway, but they've come up with another error. McIntosh looking to involve Turner and Senior once again on the left-hand edge, attacking Webster Garside and Johnson. And I think, John, we mentioned this off air at half time. I think you can say that Ashley Gibson and Ryan Butterworth, they may not have played out there because nothing has gone down the right-hand edge. I cannot remember a Huddersfield attack going on the right-hand edge testing Ashley Gibson or Ryan Butterworth.
No, they've just locked in, to our left-hand side, and they just kept going there, and you can understand that, because they've got a lot out of it, for the first 45 minutes. But hopefully we can stop that, and hopefully we can start putting some points on the board ourselves.
Here goes Ryan Butterworth. Butterworth, his first carry of this second half, as Bradford decide to shift it on the right. As Fogging Johnson has got involved. Perhaps this is the set where the forwards just get a little bit of a breather, and we run it now through the back rowers as Eben Skir builds up a head of steam, and Eben Skir's make 10-15 metres. Wow, what a revelation Eben Skir is proving to be for the Bulls. Doyle, good field position now, 30 metres out. Lilly takes the line on. It goes out to Gibson. Gibson, though, ball and all tackle. He's wrapped up on the last tackle just outside the Giants' 20. And Lilly's going to pepper one behind towards Gaskell. Gaskell juggles with it, but he was facing his own line. So referee Child says the ball's gone backwards. But Jake Webster with a nicely timed tackle there. And the Bulls, you know what, John? They're getting a bit of belief and confidence.
Yeah, we are. We're getting into the arm wrestle of the game here, and Huddersfield, aren't getting all their own way, in the right areas of the field, and that's credit to our boys.
Inns Senior wearing 5. Both the Senior twins out there on the field, and it's going to be Senior who wins Huddersfield's 5th penalty of the game. John Magrin guilty of laying on in the tackle, and that will see Lee Gaskell advance the Giants 30 metres downfield, and they'll have a full set of 6:40 out from the Bradford line.
Yeah, I think Matt Staunton were involved in that. He stayed on him too long there, and again, unnecessary. Didn't need that penalty.
Bradford putting themselves under a little bit of pressure as Frawley finds Gaskell to McIntosh. Beautiful line ball to Turner. Turner past Stevenson. Offloads the ball towards Senior, and Senior is in at the corner, and that is Lewis Senior who touches down. That was electrifying ball movement from the Giants. The Bulls just couldn't handle the speed of Huddersfield moving the ball left to right.
I think, mate, they've been good, but can't knock them, for how they're playing, and how they're promoting the ball and their options that they've got. But we've not been good defending that.
50 minutes on the clock, and it is the Huddersfield Giants 40, Bradford Bulls 12. So Lewis Senior, the 8th try scorer this afternoon for the Huddersfield Giants, and we'll get the thoughts of Huddersfield head coach Simon Wolford at full time, and I'm sure he'll be delighted with this run out. But the question has to be, John, and it's a question I will ask Simon at full time, was this a deliberate ploy to strengthen or test that left edge? Because everything has been going through Turner and Senior.
Yeah, you'll have to ask him that one, mate.
No, it's a pertinent question. Why is everything going down the left? Because I wouldn't have, unless Simon Wolford has identified Garside, Webster and Johnson as the weak link, as Gaskell's kick from the touchline between the posts. 42 points to 12.
Well, what it is, Mick, there is, they're obviously playing, down their right hand channel, to whether or not they've seen something on our left hand side and they've thought, wow, we can get something there, and they just usually teams just keep going.
So Bulls TV, Bulls Live, Huddersfield Giants 42, Bradford Bulls 12. The 2 try scorers for the Bulls, if you're just joining us, Chisholm and Fogging Johnson. The try scorers for the Giants, Turner, Ikafiho, McGilvray, Mellor, Senior, and a hat-trick to Lee Gaskell. Gaskell free from free with the boot. So 42 points to 12 here at the John Smith Stadium. The 4th pre-season game that the Bradford Bulls have had as their preparations begin in earnest ahead of that 3rd February meeting at Odsall against Featherstone Rovers, who had a shock defeat yesterday against Hunslet Club Parkside. Huddersfield on the restart, they're in centre field on the halfway line, as referee Child once again says that will be the 5th and last tackle. The kick will come in, it'll go down towards Stevenson. Stevenson safe hands, takes it on his 20, and he's finally met there by Ikafiho on his own 30-metre line. Lilly out of dummy half towards Butterworth. Butterworth brought down 12 metres shy of the halfway line. Doyle now back in that customary position in dummy half as it goes to Gibson on the right, but Gibson brought down in a 2-man tackle. 2 tackles remaining here for the Bulls. Hallis back out there. Hallis now playing second row, and Hallis will give a bit of grunt up front, and Hallis is rolled over on his back on the 4th tackle. So Bradford just inside the Huddersfield half, and Matty English penalised again. That's the 3rd penalty that English has given away in this game for laying on in the tackle.
Yeah, that's good for us, Mick, that, getting that penalty there, and again it gives us an opportunity to put them under pressure and keep them down their own end, and hopefully we can come up with something as well.
Ashley Gibson will tap the ball 30 metres out from the Huddersfield line. 42 points to 12. It was 30-12 at half-time. A Gaskell and Senior try apiece at the start of the second half has added a further 12 points to Huddersfield's total. We've got 54 minutes played on the clock, and Bradford are awarded another penalty in front of the post because Huddersfield laying on in the tackle. So it's back-to-back penalties, and it's a 3rd repeat set that Huddersfield are going to have to defend. It'll be tapped by Doyle. Doyle gives it straight into the arms of Magrin. Magrin's brought down in a 3-man challenge just to the left-hand side of the post. 3 metres out from that Huddersfield line. Doyle to Chisholm. Chisholm on his knees, crawling forward. Rolled on his side, and that's tackle 2 gone here, and it's another penalty to the Bradford Bulls, and Huddersfield now are on the team warning. Bradford leading the penalty count 9-5, and this won't please Simon Wolford, and Bradford a bit of indecision there. Lilly has to tap the ball on the mark, which he will do, and it's looking like Eben Sker's going to take tackle number 1. No, it's not. It's going to be Magrin. Magrin goes on the left-hand edge, brought down in a 3-man tackle. Mellor leading the charge along with Matty English, and the ball's come out, and someone's going in the bin. James Child has had enough. It's 5 penalties back-to-back. Open up the bin. The Giants are down to 12.
Yeah, John Luke Kirby there going. I think it's John Luke Kirby going to the bin, and you can't give 5 penalties away on trot. 4 on trot there, Mick. And we're in a good place, but they've done everything they can to slow us down and mess the play up.
So, John Luke Kirby goes for 10 in the bin. It's 13 against 12 for the next 10 minutes. Can the Bulls make the numerical advantage count? Doyle to Lily on the right edge. Lily steps off the right, goes on the left. Merrick run. It's a kick into open space. But the Huddersfield Giants have lost the ball. Webster's over for the try, but the whistle will bring Webster back. It's been stolen, and James Child says, you might have to help me out here, John. Is he saying Webster's stolen the ball, or was he offside from the Lily kick?
I'm not sure if he's saying, that they were two in the tackle. But we didn't need to put that kick in too early. We played two, I think, there, Mick. We needed to build pressure, off the back of that set.
So Huddersfield down to 12 men, but they're looking to make that man advantage mean nothing as they go on a mazy run over on the far stand side, and it's in Senior, and Senior now is brought down just outside the 20. Here come the Giants, and here goes another penalty now to the Huddersfield Giants, catching the Bulls markers of Gibson and Butterworth not square. And I think in the last 2 minutes, John, we've had 5 penalties.
Yeah, far too many. It's becoming a little bit scrappy, and there's no real flow to the game at the minute, Mick.
James Child just saying that is where the ball has to be tapped, to Sebastian Ikafiho. He's going to meet Ashley Gibson down the dark alley, and he's going to pick the pocket because he's rolled over and he's made 5, make that 10 metres forward. He's 5 away from the Bradford line as it goes to Sumatage. Matage taking on Ebenskirt and Hallas. Huddersfield Giants now hunting a 9th try of the afternoon, but they've gone without the ball. It's picked up by the Bulls, and it's over on the far stand side with Butterworth. Butterworth out of the 20. Butterworth still going forward up to the 40. That'll be the 0 tackle. Child says play the ball, and here goes defogging Johnson, and Johnson now will carry the Bulls up to halfway on the first tackle. In at dummy half goes Stevenson. Stevenson scurries forward. 5 metres made. Bradford 5 inside the Huddersfield half, and it's another penalty. Well, I don't know what's going on, John. We had a half-time penalty count of 6-4, and the penalty count now is 12-7.
Yeah, it's got scrappy, Mick. And when games get scrappy like that, it loses its flow, etc. And it's probably an area of the game, that needs to be better. We want spectators to want to see flowing, competitive rugby, but not stop-start. But it's a good place for us here now in good ball.
Ashley Gibson will tap the ball and give it to Staunton. Staunton's brought down. Doyle in at dummy half to Magrin. Magrin on tackle number 2. Bradford 5 metres away from that Huddersfield Giants try line. We're approaching the hour mark here at the John Smith Stadium. 22 minutes remaining. Here goes Jordan Lilly to Chisholm. Chisholm's pass towards Johnson. Fogging Johnson's lost the ball, and here goes the Huddersfield Giants looking for support from Jordan Turner. Jordan Turner keeping the ball going. It's with McIntosh. McIntosh felled by Hallas just shy of the halfway line. Also backtracking was Matty Staunton involved in that tackle, and Huddersfield, they've turned defence into attack, and they've gone 50 metres just like that. And I've got to say, John, another penalty now here, and Bradford are on the team warning. Next one in the bin. We've had 20 penalties, and here we go, it's on. Hallas has a bit of disagreement in centre field. The touch judge comes on, and that's just a bit of frustration boiling over, John. We've had, 8 penalties in the last 5 minutes?
Yeah, and that's what happens. They start getting frustrated with each other, the players, it's scratchy, and it upsets the whole rhythm of the game, but most important thing here, Mick, now is that we've got to try and defend this set and get that ball back, and we want to get back down there and try and get some points on board, not concede anymore.
Keelan Foster comes on for John Magrin, and I guess if anything, John, it's not what we want to see or the listeners want to hear, but this 10-minute spell where it's been scrappy with error and penalties, no one scored, and it's kept the scoreboard respectable.
It's not about that, Mick. It's about.
I'm not saying it's about that. I'm just saying.
Listen, it's about wanting your team, to be a really good, honest defensive team, wanting them to be working hard, for each other, everywhere, whether that, be in the middle, the right edge, the left edge, everybody contributing in that area. Defence is your first form of attack, Mick, and today we haven't been good enough, and hopefully we'll fix up and we'll get better.
Well, Jake Webster has just put a thunderous tackle in there on Isaac Farrell, and Isaac Farrell, who's just come on the field, the former Dewsbury man, has come up with an error, and it is scrum head and feed to the Bradford Bulls. So the Giants, that's their 9th error of the afternoon, and Dane Chisholm with ball in hand on Bulls TV and Bulls Live, and it's the Giants 42, not 8 tries, and the Bulls 12, 2 tries from Chisholm and Fogging Johnston. And John Luke Kirby's still in the sin bin for another 5 minutes. Bradford on the team warning, but they've got ball in hand. Perhaps James Child will erase the team warning after this set as Johnson is brought down and wrestled back towards his own line. Isaac Farrell getting involved there with Johnson. Play on is the call, and Bradford now, they'll be looking to try and build a bit of momentum, as John says. See if they've got any creativity out there as it goes towards Matt Garside on this left-hand edge. Mellor up to the task, brings him down on his back on the Huddersfield Giants 40-metre line. Doyle once again at dummy half to Chisholm, to Lilly. Bradford have numbers on the right-hand edge. Staunton has the ball. Can he get the ball out? No, he can't. That's the last tackle. This suffocating defence from the Giants. Stevenson to Chisholm. Chisholm on the last kick through, looking for Stevenson. And that was a bit of a shirt grab there. James Child playing the advantage, and Huddersfield return the ball outside of their own 20-metre line. So 19 minutes remaining. We've had 61 gone here. 10 tries, 8 to the Giants, 2 to the Bulls. And Inns Senior is brought down 15 out from the halfway line as Huddersfield once again bringing on the big units, the big numbers. Sumatagi out there calling for the ball. Will he see it? No, they're going to find it and come down this right-hand edge. But once again, Bradford's defence up to the task. Jake Webster and Garside hunting. A Senior goes on the right edge. The kick comes off Johnson. Johnson knew nothing about that for mine, John. The referee's going to say Johnson played at it, and that's a harsh call against the Bulls in my book.
Yeah, I think that's a tough one, that. He's obviously saying that he's played at the ball. They've got head and ball of Huddersfield here, but a bit harsh on Fogging Johnson, that.
Kobe Green also out there on the field now, so John Keir giving Kobe Green his Bradford Bulls debut, and Kobe Green looking to get involved. And John, this is almost like, how can I put it, a vision into the future, because some of these players will follow in the footsteps of Liam Kirk, Ross Oakes and Ethan Ryan, and for years to come they will be playing in the Bradford Bulls first team.
Oh, for sure. One thing about today's game, certainly the younger players, it'll do them the world of good here and there. Matty Staunton's been sent to sin bin there, for a penalty, and again, he's got to accept that. The referee's had enough of it. He's actually had a swinging arm, so he's got to take that one on chin, and he's got to learn from that as well, that you've got to be out on field, not in a sin bin.
So Matty Staunton sent to the sin bin for a swinging arm. So Matty Staunton goes for 10. It's 12 on 12 for around about a minute as Huddersfield look to cross out wide with Senior. This is In Senior, and he will take the offload from Darnell McIntosh, and In Senior gets the 9th try of the afternoon for the Huddersfield Giants. We're in the 64th minute. We've just had 14 minutes with no score, nothing but sin bins and penalties, but Senior has decided he's had enough, and he, like his brother, has crossed out wide, and that's the first time, John, of the game they've gone over on the right-hand edge.
They did. Ryan Butterworth came in, and he's missed his shot there, and they've found a way over. I think it's Young Senior on the left wing, and he's found a way over there in the left-hand corner.
Benjamin Tibbs wearing 21, he will attempt the conversion attempt, and John Keir bringing on Bradley Gallagher, John.
Yes, that'll do him the world of good. In fact, he's bringing 4 of the young guys on, for the last 13 minutes left, Mick?
16 minutes.
16 minutes, so it's terrific for these young guys. They're all Well, 2 of them are under 19 still, and I think Elliot Cullen and Jake Lightowler are out there, and Sam Smith, so it'd be great for them.
So John Keir, he believes he's got what he wanted from this match. Tibbs with a conversion attempt. Once again, it's just gone wide, and we've had 5 different conversion takers this afternoon for the Huddersfield Giants. But they lead on Bulls Live and Bulls TV by 46 points to 12. It's 16-0 in this second half. And we have Huddersfield now back to their full complement as John Luke Kirby is back out there on the field. For those that are a bit of a purist and like the penalties, I make the penalty count 23 in total, and the Bulls 13-9. I've just been told by the cameraman 22 penalties. There we go. My maths not quite up to scratch. There we go. It's not just about the players dusting off the cobwebs, it's also about the commentators and broadcasters.
It's pretty much a young academy side. We've got a reserve team out there now, for the last 15 minutes. And again, it'll do the world of good. I think Jordan Lilly's out there orchestrating, the senior member, and he's only a young fella.
Huddersfield are away again on the restart. They're inside the Bradford half. Alex Stevenson, he's gone straight high into the top of the face, and the Huddersfield run is going to be stopped there. And I think it's Oliver Roberts, was it, John? And James Childs just going to coach Alex Stevenson, who's gone high on another former Bradford man. That's the 23rd penalty, 13-10, the penalty count. And with 14 minutes remaining, Huddersfield are going to throw the kitchen sink at the Bulls once again. Tibbs, beautiful cut-out ball. Huddersfield trying to squeeze in underneath the sticks. Oliver Russell's brought down, the post is checking. It's a good cover tackle there from Jake Lightowler as Huddersfield shift the ball out wide. They're going to cross out wide. It's a 10th try of the afternoon, and Huddersfield have hit 50 points to 12.
No complaints about that. They just found the space on our left edge. Just quick hands, scored a try.
And once again, John, it's on that left-hand side. And what are your hopes for the final 13 minutes? Because as you said, Ethan O'Hanlon, I think, is about to come on. So it pretty much is what is going to resemble an under-19s academy side.
Well, you want them to give the best first and foremost. You want them to run strong, you want them to tackle hard and work together. It's not easy against, the sort of opposition that they're up against, today. But hopefully we can get some ball as well, Mick. And when we get it, look after it and play in the right areas of the field.
So 50 points to 12. Huddersfield's next pre-season friendly will be against Wakefield. For the Bradford Bulls, they will face Bartley and former assistant and temporary head coach Matt Diskin. Details of where that game will be played will be on social media this evening, but I suspect with York hosting Dewsbury at 6 o'clock at Bootham Crescent, the final will be played at Bootham Crescent. No inside information, but we'll see where we're going next Sunday, and there'll be another game you can listen live to on Bulls Live if you're not able to make it. So, just waiting for the conversion attempt to come in from this main stand side, and it's gone to the right hand side of the post and away again. So Tibbs can't convert his try, and on Bulls Live and nearly said proper sport then. Oh, the memories. Bulls Live and Bulls TV, John, it's 50 points to 12.
What did you mention? Proper sport? I've never heard of it, mate.
The memories, John, I'm going to cry. What I will say is, for those listening, I don't think we can announce it yet, but there will be some exciting broadcast deal potentially being announced. So for those supporters who are not able to go to Odsall or Mount Pleasant or Norton Park week in, week out, fear not, we've got your backs in 2019. I can't say any more than that, but hopefully there'll be a big bumper crowd at Huddersfield on the 3rd of February for that season opener against Featherstone Rovers. So here we are at the John Smith Stadium, final 10 minutes of play as Huddersfield once again via Darnell McIntosh unlocking the Bulls' defence over on that left-hand edge as McIntosh finds in Senior, and Senior's wrapped up 12 metres away from the Bradford line. And let's not forget the Bulls down to 12 men with Matty Staunton in the bin as Matty English will go on the right-hand edge, and Kobe Green wraps him up. That's a good tackle from Kobe Green. Last tackle, says James Child. Huddersfield, flat-looking pass, and the Bulls' defence does well. John Bastian's giving a round of applause for that. 50-12 it remains.
And that's what you want. You know, that's a terrific effort, that. You know, a really young side there, you know, the Bulls out there. Got the ball back, you know, and they're coming up against some big experienced Super League players. Really good defensive set.
John, that number 20 for Huddersfield with the red scrum cap looks very familiar.
I think it's Reece Butterworth, isn't it? Yes. Yeah, he obviously were with us, and he's moved on to Huddersfield Giants, and we wish him well.
Well, he wasn't named on the team sheet, but his dad Tony did tell me he was going to play, and Reece Butterworth's just given a penalty away for being offside, so the penalties are really racking up now as not just the players are blowing off the cobwebs, but as we saw last night, another high penalty count. The referees are just fine-tuning their performances ahead of the Super League season for James Child.
It's interesting. We earned that. You know, we defended a good set. You know, we started carrying the ball out, you know, nice and strong, and we earned that penalty. We've got some good field position now down at the bottom end.
Bradford Bulls, 30 metres out from the Huddersfield try line. 8.5 minutes remaining here at the John Smith Stadium as Ethan O'Hanlon will take a huge carry in towards the Huddersfield 20. Hallison at dummy half to Lilly. Lilly linking well with Kobe Green in the halves to Stevenson, and this is very much now, barring Jordan Lilly, a full under-19s academy side. Let's see what Gallagher can do at dummy half. He looks and gives it back to O'Hanlon. O'Hanlon's brought down 10 metres out from the Huddersfield line, and Huddersfield now are being forced to defend. Back to Green in centre field. Green gives the ball to Lightowler. Lightowler's 5 away from the line on the last tackle. A good solid set of 6 from the Bulls as Hallis tries to pinch one at dummy half, but he's held up by English, and referee Child says that will be a turnover. 8 minutes remaining on the clock, John. 50 points to 12, 10 tries to 2. Is that a fair reflection?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I think it is today. You know, Huddersfield Giants have, you know, they've been very strong. Put a really strong side out, and they've played some good rugby, to be fair. For us, you know, it's a really good learning curve for us. You know, a lot of the young blokes will get lots out of this, lots of experience, and they'll realise what they have to commit to, you know, further down the track, you know, to play at the top level, and that's what we're building for.
Michael Lawrence back out on the field for the final 7.5 minutes. Reece Butterworth out of dummy half, wins the penalty against his former teammates. Ethan O'Hanlon and Jake Lightowler have just been penalised for being offside, and the Giants find touch 40 metres out from the Bradford line, and it's going to be Senior to tap the ball. And once again, this very youthful Bradford side, the average age at the start of the game was 22 years and 4 months. It's certainly under 20 or around 20 years now, with only Hallis and Lilly, the potential starting players in John Keir's fort. Stevenson back there with Green to make the tackle. Butterworth out of dummy half to Mellor. Mellor drops on the ball, but it's gone backwards, says James Child. Butterworth once again out of dummy half towards Farrell. Farrell to English. English along the line as Huddersfield look to stretch the Bulls. Cut out pass into touch. That'll be scrum head and feet to the Bradford Bulls. And John, with 7 minutes remaining, who is your Bulls Live, Bulls TV Bull of the match for this afternoon?
Ooh, that's a tough one, that. I'll probably have to give that to Sam Hallis. I think Sam Hallis has worked really hard. He started off at dummy half and thought he went well. He's gone into play like an extra middle, you know, at loose forward, and he's played some big minutes. So I'm gonna probably say Sam Hallis has worked really hard today.
Sam Hallis given the Bulls Live, Bulls TV man of the match yesterday evening. It was given to Ross Oakes by Ross Peltier.
Yeah, good. Oakes is playing well, to be fair. You know, he's starting to hit some consistency, and I think that's a key word, that, you know, in any player's development. When you start to be consistent and you start, you know, to build, you know, some momentum around your game and how you want to play, you know, it's important. You know, one of the things that we all struggle with is complacency and players, you know, that dip in and out.
Bradford on tackle number 4 with Brad Gallagher. Gallagher gets to his feet, plays the ball. Green in at dummy half, gives it to O'Hanlon. Ethan O'Hanlon's brought down 12 metres out from that Huddersfield halfway line, and that's a clever little kick there from Luke Littlewood, but Sam Smith will front in, and Sam Smith brings down Darnell McIntosh. So Lachlan McGill out there on the field as well. And I tell you what, the tackle there that's coming from Jake Loutowler has forced the Giants into an error there, and that will be scrum and head and feet to the Bulls. And I tell you something, there's a lot of youthful exuberance out there, John, a lot of pride.
Yeah, they are. They're certainly trying, you know, and the good thing is that they're not just running away with it here at Huddersfield Giants. Bear in mind, they've made a fair few changes themselves, you know, but they've still got a strong unit out there.
The attendance this afternoon, 1,653, all supporting Michael Lawrence's testimonial. And as we said, he has been at the Huddersfield Giants since the age of 14 years, and the 28-year-old will be absolutely delighted with that 4-figure crowd, perhaps a little bit lower than what would have been expected if this was a standalone fixture on a standalone weekend. But the Yorkshire Cup took precedence yesterday evening, and here we are at the John Smiths, not quite 24 hours later, but around 22 hours later, and the Bradford Bulls, with 4 minutes remaining, are playing some footy as it goes to Smith. Smith's brought down 10 metres away from the Huddersfield try line. It's the last tackle. Lachlan McGill in there at dummy half. He's going to find Gallagher on this left-hand edge. Gallagher on the last, trying to muscle his way over, but Isaac Farrell comes in and wraps him up, along with Alex Mellor, and Huddersfield. They will play the ball on tackle number 1 from their own try line. John, what are your aspirations for the forthcoming under-19s academy season?
Oh, again, Mick, you know, we just want to be really competitive, you know, want to be a team, you know, every year's different, you know, academy, you know, players come in and go out and move up, and, you know, it's about now this next crop of players and developing them and making sure that we keep getting those players up, you know, towards the first grade. And I'm delighted how these young kids have done, you know, over the last 12-15 minutes. I'm really pleased.
And the Bulls' defence has forced the Huddersfield Giants into yet another error. Aaron Murphy on that left edge, just coughing the ball up. So scrum, head and feet to the Bradford Bulls, and we've got 3 minutes remaining. And you know what, John? For the last 10 minutes, this under-19s academy side out there, because Jordan Lilly and Hallis, I believe, have gone off. Wow.
Yeah, it's a really young, and it'll do them the world of good playing against some quality players. You know, they're running strong and they're making a real fist of it, and, you know, and they're being accountable, and I like that. But they're working hard in defence and offence as well, and they're no better than seeing players, you know, working really honest, you know, and being honest with each other.
Lachlan McGill to Green to Foster. Foster brought down on tackle number 2, and once again Bradford will shift the ball on that right-hand edge towards Stevenson, who's been brought down. He'll get a quick play of the ball in there, 15 metres out from the Huddersfield try line, as Luke Littlewood is brought down 8 metres out on the last tackle. It goes to Ethan O'Hanlon. O'Hanlon's dropped the ball on the last, but if you're going to come up with an error and turn over the ball, you might as well turn it over on your opponent's try line. As Butterworth's pass towards Gaskell, we'll see him brought down just outside his own 20-metre line, and we've got 2 minutes remaining. Alex Mellor's just been given the man of the match from the Huddersfield sponsors. Solid game, Alex Mellor, of course, one of the homegrown Bradford players who left during the financial turmoil, John.
Yeah, he is, and it was heartbreaking when we lost Alex. He's a terrific player, looks really fit, and he deserves his man at match today.
Alex Mellor's just gone on a 30-metre run to carry Huddersfield inside the Bradford 20. Bradley Gallagher risky there. Looked like it could have potentially ended bad if he'd tripped the Huddersfield player, but he kept his feet in. And Isaac Farrell has numbers out wide, and Darnell McIntosh will complete the scoring for the Huddersfield Giants. Out wide, nothing Ryan Butterworth could do about that one. And this young Bradford Bulls side, average age a shy smidgen over 20, has defended so valiantly and so well for the last 14 and a half minutes. But their youthful exuberance and resolve has finally been broken, and it's Darnell McIntosh out wide.
Yeah, I think, no problem with that. They found a break there by Miller down the right-hand side, and then they moved the ball, from right to left, found some space on our right edge, and scored over there on the left-hand side corner.
So 54 points to 12. 50 seconds remaining on the clock, and the conversion attempt will come from the far stand side. And Michael Lawrence just talking to the players there. Lee Gaskell, Alex Miller, they'll be getting the high fives. A well-worked run out this afternoon. As we said, 11 tries in total. And the conversion attempt, is this one going to go between the posts? The Huddersfield supporters will tell you that it has. 56 points to 12. Bulls Live, Bulls TV. And I tell you something, John, I'm quite heartened by what I've seen in the last 15 or so minutes.
Yeah, certainly. It's probably like the first 15 minutes, Mick, and how we started. I thought we started really positively, and certainly the last 15 minutes, we made a real fist of it. In between, Huddersfield have been far the better team, as to be expected as well, with them, being Super League and the amount of money that they spend, etc., etc.
Huddersfield have come up with an error on the restart, but there's 5 seconds remaining, and the referee, James Child, will stop the clock, will it? No, he won't. The Hooter's going to beat everyone. Bradford won't get one final play, but what a performance it has been for the Huddersfield Giants in Michael Lawrence's testimonial game. 56 points to 12. I've got to say, John, totally agree with your comments. Bradford's best periods of the game were in the opening 15 and the final 15. It was just that middle half where Huddersfield racked up the points.
They did, and we've got to give them credit for that. They played some good rugby. They promoted the ball really well. They've got some world-class players. I certainly think they'll be a team, to contest Super League this year. For us, we'll be disappointed with some aspects of that game, and we'll fix it and we'll work hard. But there was some real positives, and I was delighted, for some of the young guys, and the run out they got.